Hey guys, can you hear me? Last minute subbing for Leah. Sorry about that.
You're loud and clear.
You can hear me?
Yep.
Yes. Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom while you guys. If you guys want to turn your screens on so I can see you. Most of you guys have black screens right now. If you want to be seen, oh, there you go. Hello, Elizabeth. All right. Hello, Victoria. I'm glad you guys made it.
Hey.
Okay, be right back. I see some of you guys are practicing outside. It's awesome. I'm jealous. It's so nice outside. And I don't know if you guys saw, but it was saying the weather forecast was saying it was going to rain at like 50% chance of rain for the last like 5 hours. And it's really sunny still. So maybe that was for the mainland. Hi, Nicole. 2 Nicoles. And we got Angela. Who else do we have? All right. Oh, I see kids and animals. Okay, hold on. Can you guys, everyone can hear me, right? Thumbs up, everyone can hear me? Good, awesome, okay. All right, we're gonna get started in the next 2 minutes or so. I'm just gonna fix something on my on our website real quick, and then we'll get going.
I'm gonna turn my video on later because I'm eating and I'm trying to just check everyone in, so I'm not very yoga-y right now.
Yeah, no worries. I appreciate your service. Definitely appreciate that, and all who help. Everyone, so far, everyone got in okay, right? No one needed, Victoria, I know that you needed the link. Everyone else got the link though, without any trouble? Got the code? Okay, perfect. Okay. Oh, hi, Sham. Hey, Sharif. I got more people. Sarah, Lydia. Looks like there's more people joining us. Okay, well, Holly, awesome. All right, guys. My name is Amber. Hey, Karuna. I'm last minute here for Leah. Sorry that I didn't update the schedule in time to let you guys know. But hopefully I don't know, we'll make it fun, okay? So we're gonna start out, we're here for an hour. We're gonna start out in child's pose. So everybody hi, Medea. Everybody make your way onto your hands and knees. Press back into your child's pose. Just begin to settle down. You know, move your knees out wide. Walk your arms out in front of you. And just for now, try to make this restful. Read that as softening every joint in your body. Letting yourself feel heavy on the ground, just totally supported and at ease. And try to find some extra space by moving your waist from right to left. Just opening up your back right now. You know, I know a lot of you guys have that work from home life going on right now, and there's probably some sedentariness going on too. Maybe some extra TV watching. All of this is for that. Breathe. So now start to focus on the breath a bit more. Take a deep inhale in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. That big oceanic breath. Keep it moving. And then on this next inhale, let's tiptoe both of our hands over to the right corner of our mat so that we're reaching long through this left side body here. A big breath in. Exhale, reach to the right. And tiptoe your fingertips back to center. And let's move to the left on a big inhale. Good, breathe in. Exhale, tiptoe over. Okay, just feel that nice side stretch. Feel your body opening here. Let there be ease. And then move over further. One more breath. Deep inhale. Exhale, child's pose. Come up into your tabletop shape. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips. And then start to further that movement. Make it rhythmic if you can. Maybe with your eyes closed. Kind of like you're just feeling around in the dark for any tension that's like hiding out in your body. If it's there, we'll find it during this class. And we'll move into it. So right now, if there's any ricketiness, don't shy away from that, just lean in. And then add more movements, add your head, neck and shoulders, your waist, feet and toes. And take some cat-cows when you're ready. So lower your belly down to the ground. Exhale, press back up. So round your spine, lift, and then lower back down. And keep going. Still creating that rhythm. Okay, breathe in deep. Exhale deep. One more time. This time get low, bend your elbows, like really get into this. So kind of lower your chest towards the ground, let it dip. Exhale, lift back up. And then come to a flat back. Okay, so back to the shoulders, over the wrists and the hips over the knees. Take your right leg behind you. And flex your toes down towards your mat. And then let's come onto the knife edge of that foot there. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but we're gonna come into side plank. So the knife edge of that right foot's gonna come onto the ground. The right arm's gonna lift up towards the sky. Feel free to slide that left foot under for full side plank if you want to. Breathe. Nice job. And everybody hug in from skin to muscle to bone, and then come back into your tabletop shape. But keep your right leg extended behind you. And then we're gonna curl the left toes under and lift the right leg up to the sky. Three-legged downward facing dog. And take a moment here just to feel the backs of your legs stretching out. And finding that opening, and then ground down through the left foot. Spread out your left toes. Bend your knee, open up your hip. And keep up with your breath as you twist your chest toward the ceiling, towards the right, look up under your right armpit, open up, and straighten your right leg, square your hip, step your right foot to your right hand, low lunge. So whatever's going on right now, whatever you're experiencing, tune into that. So this right foot here, make sure that this is, let me rephrase that. Make sure that your hands are to the instep of your right foot. So I scoot back a little bit here. I'm right here. You can see both my hands are on the inside. Then I can press my right knee out to the side if I want to add something extra. Take another breath in. Exhale a big breath out. Step back to plank. Good, then drop your knees back into tabletop. Take your left leg behind you, and let's go into side plank on our left. So plant that left foot down on the knife edge of the foot, lift the left arm up, shift your gaze toward the ceiling, and then either stay right here or play around with, lifting a leg or sweeping the right leg underneath for full side plank. Feel out your body right now, and don't ever make the mistake of thinking that it's too early to do something just because the mind says so. Pay attention to what the body is feeling. Take another breath. Come back to tabletop. And with that left leg still extended, we're gonna curl the right toes under and lift the left leg up to the sky for three-legged down dog. Okay, now here, bend your knee, open your hip. Breathe. How can you get more open? Can you draw your chest toward the ceiling? Can you rotate open? Can you flip your dog if you want to? Again, not too early if it doesn't feel like it is. Some of you guys are outside and it's hot out there. If you've got a sweat going, your body's feeling fluid, go for it. And then square your hips, straighten your left leg, step your left foot to your left hand, go to low lunge. And breathe. Good, stay put with both hands planted, or take the left hand, press your left knee out to the side. Breathe. And step your feet, or step your left foot back to plank. And just find this long, strong plank right now. Spread out your fingers, press into all 10 of the knuckles on the palms of your hands, and bring your shoulders right over your wrists. Then step your right foot to your right hand, and your left foot to your left hand. Goddess pose. Right here, guys, just let your hips open as far as they'll go. So bring your feet to 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock. Maybe bring those hands to heart center. Sit up really tall. Lift the crown of your head up towards the sky. Draw down with your tailbone. Drop your fingers. Heel toe your feet in towards 12 o'clock. And then however you want to finish up this ragdoll pose, if you want to grab your elbows or do the claps behind your back to rinse out the shoulders, go there now. Thank you guys for inviting all of us over here, like into your homes and into your personal space. Like, I mean, I can see a bunch of kitchens and kids and animals and bedrooms. I mean, this is just really cool. See how everyone lives. Take another breath. Let go of whatever you're holding on to. Blow it out through your mouth. And then step your feet together. We'll rise all the way up into our tall mountains together. All the way up towards the ceiling. Reach, reach, reach. Spark your fingers wide. Bring some energy to this pose, even though it's the simplest one in the dictionary of yoga. We're just getting as tall as we can. It's knit your front ribs together, pull your navel in towards your spine. And even though this is so basic, this is the foundation right here. We're taking this into every pose we do for the next 45 minutes. So if you could just capture this pose in an image, just kind of imprint this into your muscle memory. One more breath. Draw your hands together at heart center. I'm gonna start class with one Om. So feel free to join me if you're at home. Bend the knees, big inhale, back up to mountain pose. Take a breath in. This time go back. Go for whatever back bend you can manage. Maybe you just shift your gaze up towards your hands a little bit higher than you were a minute ago. Breathe. Come back to center. Fill up your lungs again. This time let it all out as you bow forward. See how much space you can find in the low back here. So if there's not space to touch the ground, bend your knees a little so your hands get there. And then take an inhale, come up halfway. So flatten out the back so that we're reaching back with the tail, forward with the head. Sometimes I like to extend my hands out just as a little reminder of how long I can be. So if you guys want to go and do this with me, just reach your arms out so the ears are right up, biceps are right up by your ears. And then plant your hands right by your feet, step your feet back, high plank. Good, remember, find this mountain pose right here. Remember what that feels like, just to be stretched out. Almost like if somebody, if somebody had your hands out in front of you and were dragging your feet back, how would that make your spine feel? Search for that sensation. Take a breath in. Good, now bend your elbows, come to a hover over your mat. Inhale, upward facing dog. Take a pause. Good. Look over your right shoulder, twist to the right. Come back to center. Rotate to the left. Come back to center. Good, take a big breath of air in. Exhale, lift your tail, downward facing dog. Let all that air out. Then let's start over. Look between your hands, step there. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, fold. Breathe in, sweep up with your arms, Tadasana. Bow forward. And inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, back to plank. And find the length before you lower down. Good, now bend your elbows, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog with a sigh. And bring in all the drama. Honestly, all of us have nervous systems that might be in overdrive right now. Let out the excess. Let it out with noise, through whatever extra movement you need to throw into this practice. Anything I'm not calling, if it comes up, take it. Bend your knees, move forward. Halfway lift, fold, Tadasana. Last time, reach up, get really long. Exhale, take a bow. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, move to plank. Low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, you guys have got this. Bend your knees, hop or step forward. Halfway lift, fold, chair pose. Go straight into it. And I want to show you guys a little trick that I've been using lately for, I see a lot of chair poses that are just, nothing's wrong with this. It's just, we're probably not, the people who are in this chair aren't probably feeling anything. So I want you to do this. Sweep your fingertips down, touch the ground. That's your new measure. This is your new chair. Lift your arms up, sit your hips back, and feel something. Maybe we're numbing ourselves out right now because of stress. We're not going to make a breakthrough if we're not being honest with ourselves. So come into that feeling, whatever it is you need to get there. Lower down another inch. Take a big inhale. Bring your hands to heart center. Let's twist to the right. And keep it going. Keep that fire burning. Stoke that fire even more. Take another inhale. Come back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Okay, big breath in. Back to center. Lift your arms up, chair pose, that new chair. Fold forward. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up into the air. Step your right foot to your right hand, warrior one. And so when we move our foot to our hand, we've got that built-in space. It's like we're respecting the place that our hips need to be. We're just respecting our space. So we're not one foot right behind the other. We're back foot out to the side, right foot out to the right. So from here, we can square our hips forward. So everybody move your hips to the front of your mat and then lower your right knee right over your front ankle. Lift your arms. Take a big breath in. Exhale, reach forward. So wiggle your fingers, reach forward with the crown of your head. Press your left hip back and the right hip forward. Take a breath. Lift back up. Chaturanga Dandasana, down to the mat. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Get over to the left side now. Take the left leg up. Step it up, warrior one. And lift your fingertips. Square your hips forward. Good. Notice if you're in your leg or if there's something that you're avoiding here. Okay, take a breath. Look up between your hands. Exhale, pull forward. So keep your biceps tight knit up by your ears. We're squeezing everything in, skin to muscle to bone. Rise back up, warrior one. Down to the mat, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. And breathe. Let's do that again. Bend your knees, hop or step forward. Good. Halfway lift, forward fold, chair pose. Good. Let's go into warrior three here. So from our chair pose, we're going to extend our right leg back and reach our fingers forward. Good, then we're gonna come up, take your right foot around, down into your hips. The right foot's coming over the left thigh. Take a breath, sit down. Come back up, chair pose. Let's take this to the left side. The left foot's gonna go back into warrior three. So reach back with the foot, forward with the hands. And then come forward. If you need to tap the foot on the ground here for a little stability as you're going into this, feel free. So take the left foot over the right thigh. Sit down into the hip. One big breath. Chair pose. Fold forward. Halfway lift. chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Right side, warrior one. Good, step up, breathe in, go down. Exhale to chaturanga. Upward facing, downward facing dog. To the left, left side, warrior one, pull up. Big breath in, exhale, go down. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Okay, look between your hands, go there. Halfway lift, fold, chair pose, fold. Half rise, chaturanga, upward dog, downward dog. And move your right foot forward, warrior one. Chaturanga. Upward dog, downward facing dog. Left side, warrior one. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. And your knees fly forward. Halfway lift, fold, chair pose. And now in a second here, I'm gonna turn you guys loose and I'm gonna let you flow at your own pace. So when you fold, you're gonna go half lift, chaturanga, up dog, down dog, and then right side, warrior one. You can throw in a warrior two, a reverse warrior, or you can chaturanga after your warrior one. But I want you guys to vinyasa both sides at your own pace. And we'll all meet up in downward facing dog. Fold. Good, go. No race, go as slow as you want to. And remember just to make this your own right now. You guys are at your own homes. You're in your own space. Take whatever comes as it comes. And just maintain that sense of alertness. Maybe a possibility arrives in the moment. Maybe there's a window there for you to do something you wouldn't normally, just because it feels right. Yoga has always been a really good time for me to practice leading with my intuition. I feel like it brings us more into alignment with possibility when we respond from that place of intuition. So for the rest of this practice, if you feel like doing something that I'm not calling, you guys do you. You're in your space, rock it out. So look between your hands, hop or step there. We're gonna do a sun C. So halfway lift, fold, rise up, mountain pose, tall mountain. Look up between your hands. Then we're gonna step our right foot back. It's a high lunge, crescent lunge. So right now, see if your back knee is bent. We really want this knee here to be straight so that we're getting a full stretch of this crescent of this hip flexor, excuse me. So come onto the balls of your toes, not the balls of your foot. So back heel over the toes, take a breath and lift up. Good, go down to plank and then low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, then step your right foot forward. High lunge. So we're on the other side now. Same thing, straighten out this back knee. If you have a tendency to want to go like this, straighten out as much as you can and then lift. So lift your back thigh, lower your front thigh. And those two opposing actions are going to give you an amazing result. It might not feel wonderful, but it's probably what you need right now. It's a really good stretch. Take your arms up, take a breath in, and then step your back foot up, mountain pose. Okay, so that was sun C. Let's do that one more time. Fold. Halfway lift, fold. And sweep your arms up, high mountain pose. Step your right foot back, crescent lunge. Take a breath in. Let's add a twist this time. So everybody twist to the right. Left elbow, right knee. Take a breath. Come back up, crescent lunge. Exhale to the mat, high plank. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward. Crescent lunge. Good again. Feel out the integrity of this pose. So make sure that your feet are nice and staggered. Back heels over the toes. Front knees over the ankle. Take your hands to heart center. Twist to the left. Breathe. And go back up to crescent lunge. Step your back foot up, mountain pose. Really nice work, guys. Really good. Okay, take a big breath while you're up here. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take your right leg up into the air. Bend your knee, open your hip. And stay here, or come and tap that right foot down onto the ground for flip dog. And as soon as you get there, reach the right hand forward and then see if you can go back into your three-legged downward facing dog. All right, so we're just doing this transition. So front flip dog, we're coming back. And let's do that 2 more times. So go down into your flip dog, if that was in your practice today, and then come back into three-legged down dog. Good. 1 more time, drop that right foot, reset left hand forward. And if you're staying, go into wheel. Breathe. Take 1 more breath. Come back into downward facing dog. Good. Lift your left leg up into the air. Bend your knee, open up your hip. Flip your dog. And stay right here. As soon as you tap that left foot on the floor, come back up and over into your three-legged down dog. Bend your knee, open your hip. Do it again 2 more times. Flip over, come back. Then flip over, come back. And this time, stay put. And go into wheel if it's there. Downward facing dog. Thanks for playing, guys. I know that was some work. Breathe. And step your right foot to your right hand and your left foot to your left hand. Good. Let's come back into chair pose. So lift up. Take your hands straight to heart center and we're going to twist to the right. And step your left foot back into crescent lunge. So still in your prayer twist. We've stepped that left foot back, so now we're in crescent lunge. And now stay here, or you can do 2 things actually. You can open up into an open twist, an upright twist. You can stay here in your prayer twist, or you can drop the left hand onto the ground and the right hand up. So any variation you feel is gonna open you up right now. That's our goal. So draw your chest up towards the ceiling, pull back with the right shoulder, forward with the bottom one. Breathe. One more inhale in. Exhale, warrior 2 out. Spin open. And then reverse your warrior. Let's hold this for a breath. Let your back open. Let the front side of your body open. And then come into extended side angle. So drop your right hand down, lift your left arm up. So many different variations with this one, with the bind, the half bind, the birds of paradise, the elbow on the knee. I can go on. I just want you guys to choose right now what's right for you. Remembering to be guided right now. Take another breath. You've got something to hold on to. You guys have a wall next to you. Use it. Yeah. And then chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Look between your hands. Step your feet there or jump. And halfway lift. Fold. Come into chair pose. And then step your right foot to the back of your mat. Crescent lunge for a twist. Oh, I'm sorry, we forgot the twist. So twist to your left, then step your right foot back. Take a big breath in. Stay here or open your arms. Okay, keep breathing. Keep pressing your front knee out towards your pinky toe. And keep your hips nice and open. And then spin to warrior two. And go back and reverse your warrior. Keep the breath in here. Hold it. Exhale, extended side angle. Lift your right arm up towards the sky. Breathe. You guys have 3 breaths to do whatever you want. Just play. You guys that are doing partner yoga, you guys can hold on to each other. You go to birds of paradise. Use whatever props you have. If you've got a block at home, bring the ground up to you. And take one more breath. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Look between your hands, hop or step forward. Go to standing split or 3-point balance. So all you're gonna do is lift your right leg up into the air. So from your forward fold, you'll take the right leg up. You can take your hands further out in front of you if you need more support, or you can walk them back to your ankle if you need more. Nice, Holly. Yeah, you guys are doing great. Take another breath in. If you want to go up into handstand, start to kick up. Nice, Karuna. One more kick. Everyone, if you're kicking up into handstand, give us one more shot and then go down into child's pose. Downward facing dog. Lift your left leg, or I'm sorry, walk your feet to your hands, lift your left leg back and up. And then either get closer for standing split or further away for 3-point balance. What do you need? What would it be like to live in a world where everybody was constantly going around asking each other, how can I support you? How can I help you? What do you need from me? And the answer is that there is such a person, and that's you. You can check in with yourself. You can do that 1,000,000 times a day. Notice if you have externalizing tendencies that make you look more outside of yourself than inside. Now, if you want to go to handstand, take those kicks. Take that risk, kick up to a wall if you need one. I'll understand if you guys disappear from the frame for a second. Do what you want to do. Child's pose. I've noticed personally that if I avoid releasing my energy, I feel like I'm a person that has more nervous energy than some. And so if I get to a point where that builds up, I'll bring in these self-sabotaging tendencies. And it's really when I start to invest my energy in these creative endeavors that I notice I'm making like a real difference in my life. If I start working on projects or start helping someone or start practicing or teaching more yoga. Notice where you focus your energy when there's extra. Or just where you focus it at all. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot to your right hand, rise up into warrior one. Take warrior two and then reverse your warrior. Triangle pose. So lean into this triangle. Just like we talked about at the beginning of our practice, if there's a sensation you're trying to avoid, instead of pushing back, lean in. So open up that front hip, pull back the left hip. 2 breaths. Breathe. Warrior two. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog, left side warrior one. Warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Straighten your front leg. Reach forward with your left arm. Let's go into our triangle pose. And then spread out all 10 of your toes. So press back with the knife edge of that back foot. And then reach into your front thigh. And once you've got your feet nice and stabilized, start noticing how stacked you are. Start trying to peel that top shoulder on top of the bottom shoulder and the top hip on top of the bottom hip. Take another inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Chaturanga to your mat, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Good. Let's pair them with a couple of arm balances. There's actually, let me just preface, there's going to be an option to play around with some arm balances if you want to, okay? So we're going to come into a plank pose. And then bend your right knee and move it to your right elbow. Good, let's go to low plank. Right here, you can stay or you can straighten your front leg. You can stay or you can take your back foot off the ground. Come back up to plank. Okay, let's try that on the other side. So I'll switch it around in case you missed it. Take your left elbow to your left knee, lower down. Stay here or straighten your leg. Low plank, high plank. Bring your knees onto the ground. Good, little break here for those of you guys at home. Take an inhale and let's lower all the way down to our belly. So we're gonna go 3, 2, 1. Tighten your core. Drop. And so everyone is resting on their front side. Take a cheek. Take a little break. I was talking to one of my friends today, and we were just kind of discussing how, with the changes that have taken place in the world over the last couple of weeks, we both sort of settled into our new normal and kind of developed a routine. And it's like, I'm not unhappy, you know, it's just different. And I think the part I appreciate about it is the space. It's like this came into my life and opened up a vacuum, and now I have more time. I even have more focus. I feel like just space is one of those things that's like, I don't even know if you can have too much of it. Or maybe you can, and I've just never experienced that. It just feels so good. So notice where you have that in your life right now. Most definitely in your body, since you've been through about 35, 40 minutes of a yoga practice. But where else in your life does that exist? And how is it benefiting you? Start to appreciate the little things in your environment right now. If you're outside, notice all the sounds. If you're inside, just focus on your breath. Let's go to bow pose. So lift your knee, bend your knees, and then reach around so you can grab your feet. Pull yourself up. 2 good bows. So if you're doing one leg at a time, this is perfect for you. You're gonna get a second chance at this. Everybody lift your chest, draw your shoulders back, lift your knees up off the ground, and release. And bend your knees, take them side to side. And then come back up again, bow pose, go there. Nice, Nicole, press your shoulders back. Draw your heart forward and release. Take your knees side to side. Let's go to upward facing dog. And just appreciate the simplicity of this up dog right now. Stay here or take a twist to the right, maybe a twist to the left. Open up your thoracic spine. And then downward facing dog. And come onto your backs. So we're gonna do 6 wheels. So get excited, guys. 6 wheels, that's a lot of wheels, but I'm confident you're gonna make it through every single one of them. So let's start right now. If you have bridge in your practice, go to bridge. If wheels in your practice, get into your wheel. For wheel, right now. Everybody press up, move your chest forward through your shoulders, and try to press your chest to the front of the room. Wherever the front of the room is for you right now. And then lower back down. And take your knees side to side. And back up for 2. Everybody, wheel number 2. Release. Good, move your knees from side to side. Good, don't get complacent though. Let's rise up for number 3. And this time, lift your right leg up into the air or prop yourself onto your right toes. So get the balls of your feet off the ground on the right foot and get your right heel off the ground. Good, lower it back down. Come all the way back down to the ground. Take your knee side to side. Don't worry, I will call the other side. I'll be the next one. All right, let's do it again. Back up into wheel. Bring the energy this time if you weren't before. Press your feet down, lift your heart up. This time get your left foot off the ground or base yourself on your left toes. Good, knit your shoulders back onto your spine. Breathe. And release. We got 2 more of these. These are gonna be mega wheels. So everybody, that just means we're gonna do something crazy, okay? I want you guys to try this if you can. If you can't, I want you to get that right foot off the floor again. This is gonna be a little extra set. So everybody get up into your wheel. And then once you're in your wheel, if you normally can lift your leg up, I want you to cross your right foot over your left thigh. Yes. And then see if you can press your right hip down, almost like you're going into a hip opener, like a half pigeon. Good, press that down towards the ground. Breathe. Release. Nice, Elizabeth. That was awesome. Okay, you guys are great. Let's do that one more time. Other side. This is the last wheel of your day. Make it something that you're gonna, make it something that's gonna help you sleep better tonight. Everybody go, get up. And spread your toes out, lift your left leg off the ground. Maybe just your left heel. And then if you can, cross that left foot over your right thigh. And lift up. Breathe. And then release. Come all the way down, chin to chest. Give your knees a friendly little rock from side to side. And then move to butterfly. So soles of the feet meet in the center. Let your knees drop out wide to the sides. And then bring one hand over your heart, bring another hand over your belly. Draw your knees onto your chest. Give yourself a little squeeze, maybe a couple rock and rolls. And then stretch yourself out from top to bottom. So reach your arms back up over your head, reach your feet forward. Even though I'm sitting up, we're gonna be laying down. So lay back down if you guys just sat up. And then you're gonna do a little Pilates move called the roll up. So press your low back down into the ground. I don't know if you guys can see me, but my low back is pressing into the mat. And then I'm gonna extend my feet forward. If that's not working for you, if your low back keeps persistently popping up, put your feet on the ground. And then we're gonna bring our hands back, take a breath in, and lift up. Good. And let's lower back down. Scoop the belly out. Try to lower down one vertebrae at a time or just as slow as you can. Play around with your self-control here. And then drop your head, drop your hands behind your head. Take a breath and let's rise back up for a total of 5. Take an inhale, lift. If your legs are straight, why not go ahead and fold forward, reach for the toes. Take an inhale up, rise back up. Exhale, lower back down to the ground. Good, keep going. Take another breath in, rise up. Good, reach for your toes if your legs are straight. Exhale, lift back up and go back down. Good. And you guys have got this. 3 more. Reach back. Take your arms over your head. Take a breath in, lift up. Good. How are you guys doing with the lower backs? Everyone doing good? Everyone staying grounded? And keep that pressing down. Keep going. All right, last one, everyone. Reach up. Reach for your toes and go back down. Everyone lay back down on your backs. Stretch it out. And you're already in the perfect position for that stretch. So just feel your core open up. And then bring your knees back onto your chest, rock and roll. Frog pose. If you guys don't know frog, it's one of those ones where there's a lot of things you can do to make yourself more comfortable in this pose. If you want to roll up the corners of your mat for a little more support, it's a great option. If you want to use pillows under your knees, also a great option. But we're coming onto our hands and knees, and then we're gonna take our knees out as wide as we can. And you want your feet to be parallel with your knees. So press your feet out to the sides. Good, then lower back down. Lower down as far as you can. Most of you guys have probably heard the statistic that 90% of what we think about day in and day out is on like an instant replay. It's like a thought loop. And so what I've been doing lately is I've been trying to start new hobbies, just do new things, cook new foods, try new stuff, go to new places, with respect to social distancing, of course. But what happens is it seems like there's always a status quo in the brain. And when you upset the routine, that gets challenged a little bit. And it's really fun to watch that happen because that's how we can change. We can become whole new people by doing stuff like this, just new stuff. Just getting out of the old and bringing in new ways of being. And I think the reason why that works is because if you don't have anything in your experience bank to match the experiences that you're having now, then you can't react. And you have to come from a place of creation and response. There's nothing to default back on. So how can you bring yourself into something new right now? What do you need to do to make that happen? Maybe it's to challenge yourself a little bit. Maybe it's to not shut off your breath. You normally don't breathe during difficult times and poses. And for the next 5 or so breaths here, let's just relax as deeply into our bodies as we can. Slide forward gently onto your belly. And then make your way onto your back. So put your feet up into the air for waterfall. If there's something else in your practice, another inversion that you want to take, feel free to go there. You guys, if you have the space and you have the resources, maybe you go over to the wall. If you've got a block, a pillow, or a cushion, or a bolster, go ahead and put that underneath your hips just to ease this a little bit. This is the time of our practice where we want to make things restorative. And if it feels good, you can take your feet over your head into plow. Release this pose. Draw your knees onto your chest. And then gently rock your knees from the right side on over to the left side, maybe taking your arms out to a T if that brings you more into balance. And then finally, give yourself a big and well-deserved hug. Because you guys are still showing up, you're still doing the work, and no one's keeping you accountable for it. You're doing this on your own. And honestly, that really is so inspiring. Hold yourself in really tight. Take a breath. And then contract every muscle in your body. Release. Savasana. Call back all of your energy, bring it back into the room, or if you're outside, bring it back into your space. And take another breath in, just imagine that you're collecting yourself and everything is just right back where it needs to be. Let it go. And then wiggle all of your fingers. Wiggle all of your toes. And pull your knees onto your chest. Roll onto your right side. Press up to your seat with your eyes closed. Bring your hands together at heart center and feel free to join me in this Om that's going to seal our class. Take a deep breath in. Clear it out. And bring your thumb knuckles to your forehead center. Together we bow to each other as we bow to ourselves. Namaste, everybody. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. And you know what? I hope that all of you guys are enjoying these classes. I know that they're not in person, but I feel like we're all still pretty connected. Like I can see all of you guys. It's nice to see how you live and how you surround yourself. So I don't normally teach this class, but I do teach the Monday and Thursday at 9:15 if you guys want to join me. Otherwise, Leah should be back next Wednesday. But if any of you guys are having any troubleshooting issues, my number is the one to call. It's on the website. So if you guys need any help with anything, please let me know. And thank you so much for coming. I'm also teaching a kids class. If you guys have kids, I just taught one today at 3 o'clock. It's virtual. We go somewhere every week. Today we went to Africa. So yeah, if you guys want to have your kids join me, I would love that. It's only half an hour. And maybe you can take some of the responsibilities of homeschooling off your plate. So anyway, I hope to see you guys again soon. Please join me for the next one. And happy Wednesday, happy hump day. Bye guys.